So I'm just continuing here. Okay, so in this case of Indian Merchants Association versus VP Shanta, they made it very clear. They were like, okay, we are not including a person who is under a contract of personal service. So what is this contract of service and contract for services? They said that, see, the definition is over here. A contract for service implies a contract wherein one party undertakes to render services, that is professional or technical services, to another person, which is not subjected to detailed direction and control. Okay, so contract for service is like a professional is giving services to a client. Okay, whereas a contract of service is in relation to a master servant, or in other words we call it as an employee employer relationship. So they go on to explain why exactly they are excluding this concept of contract of service from the definition of service. Okay, you can only count contract for service as the service because a professional is providing professional services to the client. Okay, and therefore we can call that as a service within the meaning of this definition. But an employer employee is not exactly in that. You're not providing a service, right? You are going there for a certain employment so that you can get paid a salary. So this is an important case law with regards to what do you mean by a service. Now I'm coming to the final definition that we'll be looking at, that is an unfair trade practice. An unfair trade practice is a very important definition, quite a large one also. Let's do it one by one. An unfair trade practice is anything for the purpose of promoting sales, use or supply of any goods or services in an unfair or deceptive practice, and includes all of the following. What is restrictive trade practice? Relates to the price and controlling the flow in and out of the market. Whereas here an unfair trade practice is with regards to unfair methods or using deceptive methods. And when we say it includes all of this, it includes making any statement. Okay, making a statement which can suggest points A to A, B, C, D till F. Okay, point number 2, which is publishing by way of advertisement, that's point number 2. Permitting any of the following activities, and then we go under certain other categories, permitting the sale of goods to be used for so and so reason. So the first 3 points are broken down into additional points. It's a fairly large definition, but very simple. First one, making any statement in the following manner amounts to an unfair trade practice. What is that? Falsely suggesting that goods are of a certain standard, quality, quantity, potency, grade, composition, etc. That they are of a certain standard or grade. Falsely represents that they are rebuilt, second-hand, renovated, etc. That they have this approval or characteristics which it actually does not have. Like if I say that this particular phone is an iPhone, but in fact it's not an iPhone. I've put it together and I've just put one Apple logo behind it. It's not the case. That the supplier has a sponsorship or approval or affiliation that the supplier does not have. Like let's say I am selling dairy milk. Okay, I can only sell dairy milk if the company provides me with the dairy milk to further sell it forward. But I don't have such a contract with an employee. With the company. And where did I get the dairy milk from? Which means that either I have made some chocolate and packaged it up that looks like a dairy milk, or I got it through some nefarious means. Any kind of misleading representation that says this product is useful or not. A lot of useless products out there in the market today, and each one will tell you, oh, this is great for this is great for that, but it won't be the case. Like take for example vegetable cutters. They'll show a really great show of, oh, it's cutting vegetables so well, it will be quite useless. Okay, giving any warranty or guarantee that is not exactly there, or you're saying that this product has a 7-year life cycle or a 5-year life cycle. It won't even last for a few months. That when you're making any kind of public representation with regards to the warranty or guarantee promising to replace, maintain, repair any article, saying, knowing well that you're not going to do any of this. Every time you go and ask for a product, if you ask for warranty and guarantee, they'll be like 3 years warranty, 3 years guarantee. Call them again the minute there's a defect, they won't pick up your call. Okay. Materially misleading the public concerning the price of the products or goods. And lastly, giving false or misleading information about the services, the goods or services of an other person. Okay. So this is all wrong information about that particular goods or services or the price. The next one is, they're saying, permitting by way of publication any kind of advertisement, whether it's electronically, whether it's through newspaper, whether it is through any other means, whereby you are saying that, okay, I will sell a product at a bargain price, when in fact you're not even going to sell it at that bargain price. Multiple advertisements like this have come out. I'll tell you, for example, you will see a washing powder advertisement on TV, and it will say at the end of it 50% off. Okay, one small tiny line at the bottom of the screen that you cannot read, it will be like 50% off or 100 rupees, whichever is higher. Now they'll say if you buy 5 kgs, I'll get 50% off. Okay, so you will go to ready to buy the 5 kgs, which you did not even need in the first place. You would have bought only half a kg. But when you go to buy, they're saying that no, it's 50% off or 100 rupees, whichever is higher. Okay, so clearly they're trying to give you a bargain price through an advertisement, which they never intend to give. They're increasing the sales while actually misleading the public. Okay, permitting by offering gifts, prizes, or any other items with no intention of actually giving it free of charge. Means they will actually charge you for it. It's a great marketing technique where they say that, oh, if you buy this product, then you have to pay 70 rupees for it. But anyways, like, let's say I'm buying product A. Alone it costs 70 rupees. But then what they will do is they will increase that price to 100 rupees, and then they'll be like, here, you can keep one free product. That free product will only be worth 10 rupees. So instead of paying 80 rupees, I'm now paying 100 rupees for a product. Then the contest of any lottery, chance games or skill, simply for the purpose of promoting any kind of business interest, also amounts to unfair trade practices. And withholding from participants any scheme offering gifts, prizes, or free items, information about the final results of the scheme. They be like, you come and enroll in this, first contestant gets like a car free of charge, etc. Then when you win the contest, they'll come and they'll be like, okay, pay up 5 lakh rupees because you have to pay for the car, something like that. Then permitting the supply of goods or the kind likely to be used by consumers, knowing that they are not complying with the standards prescribed by an authority with regards to what? Content, design, construction, packaging, etc. Hoarding or destruction of goods, refusing to make them available simply to raise the cost of the product. Happens a lot with agricultural products. Manufacturing of spurious goods, or otherwise known as defective goods. Okay, or adopting deceptive practices. Issuing bills or cash memos for goods or services in such manner as may be prescribed. Sorry, not issuing cash memos. This is maybe to do with like black money and things like that. Refusing to sell goods or to take back or withdraw defective goods, knowing that it is deficient. You sold me something, it's defective, you have to take it back, but they refuse to take it back. Okay. Then disclosing to any other person any personal information given by the consumer in advance. Normally these days it's become very prevalent everywhere, but everywhere you go they keep asking for your name and mobile number. Okay, and foolishly even I had kept giving it for some time. At one point I asked them, I was like, why do you want my mobile number? And they're like, no ma'am, we want to keep you updated of any kind of offers. I'm like, you're not the only person calling me with offers. There are 10 other people who are calling me and threatening me on the phone saying buy this, buy that. So this is what it means to have personal information. Okay, we'll stop with this definition over here. This definition is quite fairly big, but if you noticed as we went through the entire definition, it is makes a lot of sense, common sense definition. Okay, either making statements, publishing, advertising, making available to the public. Put yourself in the shoe of a consumer and imagine all the wrong things that can happen to you as a consumer. That comes under the definition of unfair trade practice.